What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Chris, and this is the second installment for my Let's Play series of Total War Rome 2. Now, if you didn't follow the previous episode, I'm playing as Pontus, and they're located here in northern Turkey, and I destroyed the entire nation of Cappadocia in 4 turns. That's right, 4 wonderful, beautiful, splendid turns. So I gained these 2 provinces here, and I have my two starting provinces up here. Now my goal in this episode is hopefully just to capture this provincial capital, because I think it's going to be a little bit harder than just a simple siege. Hopefully it won't take me a couple battles. Hopefully it'll just be one nice long siege, ending in them capitulating, but we'll see. So I had a few questions that people were kind of curious about how I go about my campaigns, how I understand like what I want to do, and I want to break them down into understanding the difference between strategy and tactics. I think it's the easiest way of understanding how to make certain decisions. So when you look at your individual generals, which a lot of people have been asking about, and you look at the armies and generals, I like to look at generals on a tactical basis and my armies on a strategy basis. Okay, so I kind of know that this army. Actually, I'm going to go ahead. I always like to change it. Let's see, the 1st Legion, because I just like it. Anyways, I look at my army and all their traditions, which they will be gaining, on a strategy basis. So what I plan for this entire army, whether it gets destroyed or not, to kind of focus on. And I look at my general as to what in the short term am I going to want him to do. So, let's see, my general, you have to understand these 3 different branches. Now you can focus in one branch, you can split into 2, you can try all 3, it doesn't matter, you just get all these different slots and you can build them the way you want to. But they break down as this. The commander branch is going to focus on authority. They're going to have bonuses towards increasing your morale for your entire army, and basically just encouraging them to fight when it comes to like on the battlefield. They're going to be kind of that inspiring leader, and it's going to be a lot harder to break to break your lines because of these having a commander like this, especially when they get more focused. The strategist is going to be awesome on twofold, because they not only help with fatiguing units and recruitment costs, but they also help with when on your campaign map. They also help with movement speed and stuff like that, or how much movement range they have and that kind of thing. And for commanders, they also help with, I think it's recruitment costs, and these ones help with upkeep costs, but I could be wrong on the difference of the 2. And then for warrior, they get bonuses to their attack and defense. They help your army with attack and defense, but they also help with province happiness, and then they also are just, their general unit is also stronger itself. So for myself, I'm going to focus this general on conquering provinces that are close to home, so I kind of want to use him to help bring up provincial happiness and stuff, so I'm going to focus him on warrior and probably a little bit on strategist to help give me that extra range. So that's kind of how I look at that. A lot of other people were also asking about how I look at my spy and his traits. I like to just poison the shit out of people, to be blunt. I am that kind of person that I don't like to deal with people. I like to assassinate them. I like to just knock them out of my way. And since my spy has a really effective poison ability to try to just poison enemy garrisons, to poison enemy armies, I like to just focus on that. So you notice that that's exactly what I did in the first Let's Play. I've started already focusing on my cunning, which upgrades my chances to having successful poisoning. My assassination also gets a plus 10% chance of critical success for when I want to just assassinate a general. And then soon I should be getting a 4th one that will allow me to upgrade how much damage I do through mass poisoning. So you can move a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and I think the Galatian army should be over there. I don't understand why it does that. Anyways, so I'm going to try to move this army back. And I just got my new barracks, so I should be able to recruit some levy pikemen and some hoplites. So I'm going to get some levy pikemen in here. I'm going to start building this army to take down the Galatians. I'm going to try to build this army. Let's go and... Can I move them? Alright, I can barely move them, so I'm going to go and try to get them back. Ah, man, I hate how it does that. Yeah, let's go and put them on force march.
Get moving!
It really does help. So I'm going to try to get them back. And then I'm going to try to use them to try to recruit some guys. So they're not going to be able to get back till this turn, till next turn anyways. So then I can get the levy pikemen that I want, and then some next units, and then I'll start recruiting. So something else that while this turn goes down, that other people have been asking about is how I decide what kind of buildings I want to go for. So my personal take on buildings in the beginning.
Our joint enemies would tremble if we were your allies.
No.
Your strength, our wisdom, together would achieve great things.
Right. Well, this is something else I'm going to go into in a little just a quick second. But one of the things that I like to try to do is I like to try to plan out kind of where I'm immediately going, where I'm going to go after I'm done with my immediate goals, and then setting my third tier of goals. Now my first tier of goals is take down the Galatians and take down this territory in Cyprus, and maybe even take this other one in Asia, because that's the ones the Galatians have. I might need to put them down just so I don't have a war with them anymore, and I can benefit from that extra province, right? The extra territory. And then after that, so once I can gain all of this entire province, I want to focus on taking my home province so I can get edicts there as well, which is going to help me out. And I have two very friendly people in my province, but I don't want them to be client states. I want to destroy them. And unfortunately, one of them starts off as my ally, so I'm going to have to break that alliance. And that's going to not help me with my relations with other people. But before that, hopefully, I'm hoping to work with the Seleucid Empire here, get some trade stuff, and that way I can just kind of use some subterfuge to kind of weaken them in the northern Turkey. So I'm just going to go ahead and deny this, because I know that it doesn't benefit me at all to have an ally in my hope province that I eventually just going to try to take down anyway. So my research is complete. I have a rebellion that's imminent because of what's going on here.
I am no one.
No.
On the move. Pausing to contemplate death.
Can I get...
Breaking
No.
things is
Yeah.
entertaining.
He's not going to be able to get there. So I'm going to see if I can get here and find his army and start poisoning it before I go to war. I'm going to start planning this guy to help destroy the rebel army that's going to end up popping up here. These guys.
Poseidon, guide me.
And then, what do you think? Hoplites or Hillmen? I got plenty of spear, and they use some good charge, but these guys just have so much better in every way. Alright, so that's what I'll do. I'll get some hoplites, and I'll get some more pikemen. I think. Yeah, let's go for some slingers. Anyways. And then I'll go ahead and move these guys here. And yeah, so I can't muster anyways. So the understanding for my technology, so this is something else that somebody was asking some questions about. I'm going to go ahead and go over. I like to plan out that I have one territory that's kind of my breadbasket that I can rely on to provide my food and some basic income. And then I have my other provinces to focus on income or army or whatever. But since I'm so small at this point, my home province is going to be a little bit of a mixture, but I'm looking for that to provide my food. So for myself, if I come under economy, I'm going to go to fertilization because it's going to give me irrigation ditches, and irrigation ditches is quite a nice bonus because I think they have a low amount of squalor for how high they give food, which is always a nice benefit. And even though I'm at 8, I'm planning ahead. I'm looking. This is what I mean by strategy. I'm looking for the long term. I'm looking to make sure I'm not limited by my food issues. And I know this is going to turn into war soon anyway, so let's see if I can convert this. And the reason why I want to use this province as kind of my money makers, you notice I have wine and iron. These are going to help me with my trade. So if I can keep more of my buildings to help increase how much they output stuff, increase how much growth they have, that's going to benefit me in the long term. Whereas these ones, I mean, I got timber, but timber doesn't trade as high as wine or iron or something like that. I don't think, I can't see their buildings, but I don't think these two provinces have very strong trade either, so it's not a huge deal to me. So yeah, so like I said, I'm going to try to, I mean, look how small the army is for Cyprus. Eventually I'm going to try to get a rebellion going here to help push Cyprus out, and then I'll go ahead and just conquer this territory once they are rebels. So these guys are just inside now. I don't think I can, I guess, Yeah, I don't know. There's always some issues. But I guess it's because I can't actually hire guys because they're not able to muster. So let's see if anybody wants to trade with me now.
Greetings, my friend.
And this is something else that a lot of people don't realize that they can do more often.
Be welcome here.
Is
And
things
speak as you
trade. Ooh, yeah, worth it. Things change on the campaign map that you don't see. So every now and again, you want to go into your trade panels and see if you can get some trade going with people. It's always going to be beneficial.
Greetings.
As long as
We
you're
are
trading with the right
civilized folk,
people.
So you may.
So you see, I just nailed 2 trade agreements there, which is going to help fuel me a lot. And then it also expands
Enter,
who you can
friend,
see.
and
Ooh,
speak.
that's not what I wanted.
We surely have much to discuss.
That's 3. And you just watch my income go up here. See if I can get roads.
For the sake of friendship that has been and friendship.
And so again, I've said in previous guides that you want to make sure you're trying not to trade with people that you're going to actually eventually conquer. But since these guys are so small and so far out of like my line of sight right now when it comes to who I want to conquer, I don't think it really matters. So I just nailed out, what was that, 4 or 5 different trade agreements. So let's see if I can. I was originally thinking of trying to go to war with these guys, but I realize now I probably have my hands full.
Welcome.
Especially with the
I
upgrade of
throw
the
open
campaign
the
AI.
doors.
Yeah. Sometimes making trade agreements with different people will help up your popularity with them. So I'm gonna go ahead and just take these guys back.
Steady as we go.
I'm just gonna take them back. There's no point in going to war in the north when I'm probably gonna have a rebellion and stuff like that going on here at home. Alright, so that should go ahead and end my turn. But you notice how quickly my income came up when I went through my trade. My trade is now giving me over 1,000, which is quite. I mean, you got to think that that's gonna end up going towards unit upkeep. It's gonna allow me to get more, get larger armies, get more units.
You are wise enough not to sit idly upon the bank, but to take the fish as it swims by.
So this is something that I actually really want, because although the Seleucid Empire is a very big power, and I will eventually destroy them, I know that they're going to probably fall underneath their own weight. They have to deal with Parthia, they have to deal with all their client states, and they also have to deal with Egypt. And Egypt does have to deal with a little bit with Carthage and Libya, but Libya and Carthage are going to be at war for a while, and so who knows what's going to end up happening over there. So I got to figure out about carving out my own state. So if I can try to give them a non-aggression pact and not piss them off too much, then I can end up controlling all of northern Turkey without having to worry about the Seleucid Empire going to war with me, which is a benefit to me. And eventually, again, I'm going to go to war with the Seleucid Empire. Eventually, again, I will destroy and crush the Seleucid Empire, but it doesn't matter. And it's
Glory,
again, and I'm
wealth,
planning on taking these
and a
guys, so I
place
don't
in the
want a
history.
defensive alliance. And I'm already the stronger faction, so if it's going to benefit anybody, it's just going to be them.
As all the gods look down on us, they too must wonder why we are not firmer allies and friends.
Okay, well, when you say firmer, that scares me, because I don't want to be giving you a firm handshake, if you know what I'm saying. But no, that's not going to benefit me at all, because, yep, I got a rebellion going on. Oh, look, a plague. Great. That's just fantastic.
Ready for orders.
Well, that puts back... Alright, well, that puts back how quickly I can... Oh, shite.
How may I serve Pontus?
Well, I'm going to go ahead and keep strengthening. Let's go ahead and put them in normal stance. And I'm going to go ahead and keep strengthening this army.
We fight for
And I guess
you,
I'll put
my
off my fight. And that should be within range, I believe, to
Set
get to
up
my
the
own settlement
watch.
if they attack. And even if they do attack, I should be okay. That fucking diseased
My
army.
lord.
I'm not too worried about it. I got a sufficient amount of troops. And again, look at, you're gonna end up seeing, you know, malcontents leaving for rebellion, 35. So eventually that minus per turn is gonna be gone because I don't have to worry about it. I'm gonna have a ton more happiness going on. So I'm just gonna crush them and destroy them, and I'll be okay. So let's go ahead. It's okay because it kind of bought me some time to go ahead and just try to sabotage. Let's see if I can. Can I get it? Yeah.
I will
His
call
army's
forth.
what I care about. And there we
I
go.
have
So
done all you asked, my lord.
know there's an army around here somewhere, but I'm assuming he's not going to be invading anybody else, so.
I am no one.
But again, that poisoning is going to help weaken any kind of forces that he wants to eventually throw at me. Let's see here. I think that should be just about right.
My lord.
Recruiting.
I see.
There's
on
no real
my
point to recruit there yet.
mountainside.
So again, you kind of want to focus in understanding about where you want to go. And if you don't know where you want to go, then try to figure that out before you start throwing your turns away. You really want to figure out what's... Ooh, that is pretty bad.
How may I serve Pontus?
You see how their army got larger now. And I still can't recover my guys, but now that I have the garrison forces and my own forces here,
My
hopefully it
lord.
shouldn't be too hard for me to defeat them. But we'll see. Well, these guys, go ahead and... I'm gonna get some more slingers in there. Need some more skirmish.
By sea or by mountain?
There he is. So I'm gonna... I don't want to have to deal with the Galatians. See if I can... See if I can...
This kindness for
Ooh.
Pontus.
Enemy wounded. Good. Okay, well that helps my ally out, which is only a temporary ally, but it helps him out because now they don't get the bonus of the noble horse, and then they also don't get the bonus that he brings, so that's going to help him out. And honestly, right now, this is a good holding action for myself.
Has many faces.
Keep him busy. And even if the Galatians take it, eventually, it's, you know, I can go take back the Galatians. I don't have to worry about hurting my own reputation, but at the same time, I don't want to make it too easy for them, right? Okay. Well, I guess, let's see if there's anything good I can do here. No. Alright, so I'm pretty much tapped out. This is a really interesting turn of events, how things always continue to change. I mean, I've played this many times. Usually the Galatians never get this far. They usually capture maybe one province, but...
You are honorable, worthy, and strong.
No, because I have a feeling that they're going to try taking Bithynia, and that would just be bad if I did a non-aggression pact and then I have to go to war with them. So I got my fertilization, which is good. Man, this plague is really just spreading everywhere. It's not good.
How may I serve
I'm going to go ahead and
Pontus?
take these
Your
troops out of
duties,
there.
man.
Let's force march them in.
At your command.
There's a local food shortage. Well, that is just fan-fucking-tastic, isn't it? And they're just getting
Fight
stronger,
for
but
you, my
I cannot
lord.
engage with my guys being as weak as they are, so that's not good. But what I can do is I can recruit some more dudes. As much as they're kind of crappy soldiers, and they're better than nothing. Let's see. I really want to upgrade to this. Looks like I need advanced chariot training, so that's where I'm going to go ahead and advanced chariot training. So again, you can't. I know I want to go down this branch because if I go down this branch, I'm going to eventually get to my bronze shield pikeman. And that's something you can always find in the encyclopedia. And if you guys haven't used the encyclopedia is up here. And if you're trying to figure out what units you want to go for, again, go to units, and then you can find them by faction. And just search down. Now I know that my guy's specialty is going to be the bronze shield pikeman, so I just kind of look here, and then it says, oh, this is the building that it needs. So I click on this, and it shows me the chain. It highlights the one that I need, and then so I know I have a mustard field now. Muster field. That's such an Arab Carthage joke. And then so I know what branches I want to go down. I know what it's called. So I want to get this, this barracks, and I want to move on to this one, and the tech will show itself. So if you don't know what tech you need to get it shows it right here. advanced chariot training. It says it requires it, and I know that's what I want to get. So that's an easy way of understanding where you want to go with your forces to figure it out. Again, you want to plan ahead. This game is all about planning. Those who suffer from this game suffer from trying to figure out exactly how best to play it. Suffer from poor planning. Man, let's get a good battle going in here. But I don't want to engage when I'm on the weaker. I want to have it at my advantage. Tick tock, just dead. This
You are
again.
wise enough not to sit.
He's gonna keep spamming me to try to get that, which is unfortunate because it's kind of annoying. Oh, that's good. Let's go and throw a quick save in there just in case. Although I highly doubt it. See, I got mob, which I can always just use to time down. I got some slingers, which would be good. So I have about, probably about equivalent to about 4.5 slingers. So I should be able to take this pretty easily, especially with my spear defenses that I got going. So let's go ahead and fight this battle. This should be a pretty easy victory, but I also have to make sure my confidence isn't gonna override. He does have archers, but again, most of my guys are heavy infantry, so or have heavy armor of some kind. So chances are he's not gonna break through much of it. Alright, and you notice that when I first captured this, if you watched, or if you looked at this originally, when I first captured this, this was definitely an eastern looking province, but because I am starting to convert it, look at these nice new buildings. The layout has changed dramatically. So I can see where the enemy's deploying, which is nice. So I'm going to figure I need to defend this marketplace. Let's go ahead and...
Get into formation.
Let's see here.
Yours to command.
I'm going to try to...
Missile infantry ready.
So these guys, slingers are also really good at chucking stones over the enemy. So, and I kind of have mob as just useless. They're just useless. They're just there to hold back an enemy. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm just going to use them to slow down the enemy. I'm going to use them as meat shields so my slingers can get some easy attack in before they engage with my levy pikemen. I want them to be deeper in rank, but at the same time I also want to make sure that they're not going to get flanked on the sides. Because it does make a difference. They're not getting just straight up stabbed. Alright, so let's go ahead and... Let's get 2 more. We want to put them here. It's kind of stupid.
Organize yourselves.
And again, I'm going to try to put some slingers behind.
Slingers.
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead. Yeah, I don't know what's with these streets, but whatever. So I'm going to put them in front. I find mob, again, to be completely useless, so I just use them as meat shields. I mean, if you look at their statistics, they're crap. Utter crap. So, if you guys want to follow my lead and just use them as meat shields, probably your best bet. It really doesn't matter. They're free units, you know. Don't feel like... That's one of the things that I'll go over later in some of my guides, is the idea of specifically going into, like, looking at... some units is just kind of throwaway units. It's the easiest way of understanding them. So let's go ahead and get Eastern Spearmen. I don't think I'm going to get flanked a whole lot, so I'm just going to go ahead and stick these guys here. Split them out.
Spears are yours. We are at your command.
I'll go ahead and back up what I feel is going to be
Yours to command.
the biggest danger with my hoplites. They can move up quite quickly if necessary.
Ready for orders.
I'm going to go ahead and keep my general close by. Sticking my pike formation. Am I missing any guys? I don't think so. Okay. So right up.
Ready.
Yeah, there they are. Okay. So let's go ahead and stick some... Let's go and just have some fallback units.
Awaiting orders. Missiles. Slingers.
They're not going to hit each other, so it's okay.
What are your orders?
Just kind of use these as backup troops.
At your command.
And again, I'm just trying to make sure I have some kind of backup. And then I'm going to bring these ones up nice and close, just in case there's some kind of disgusting fall, which there won't be, but just in case. So let's go and start this battle. Alright, let's go and speed this up. But again, understanding your unit strengths is going to help you both planning on the campaign map where you're going to go, and also planning on what kind of battle or what kind of formations you want to take. So I know that my levy pikemen, they're meant to be frontline infantry. They're not meant to last very long, which is why, again, I'm using the mob ahead of them to try to slow the enemy down, to try to give myself an advantage here, to get these slingers to get some of their shots in. I know I have that skirmish advantage. I'm trying to use it to my advantage. So let's see here. Is he gonna try to flank me at all? Doesn't matter because I'll be able to react in time. And they have very little charge bonus, but so we use that, the extra range of mine, to start getting in some attack. Mob is trying to use their yell to scare them off. That's cute. Alright. Well, now they're gonna start pelting. So let's use a charge bonus for what I can in there. There's not gonna be a whole lot, but might as well use it. Well, I'm afraid this is gonna be my weakest line, so I'm gonna go ahead and back him up.
The men are wavering.
It's okay. Those are just my mob units. Okay, so this is definitely gonna be the hardest fought area. Luckily, I have a nice dense formation.
Turning in our favor.
So you notice how, again, I use that mob to my advantage, and I have some mob that survive, so I'm gonna go ahead and use them to try to crush through. I think these guys are just either they're retreating. Yeah, I think they're probably retreating. Why my slingers are meleeing is beyond me. But I guess I won, so that's a great thing. Oh, man. So again, you notice that what I did is, I mean, obviously you're going to want to bottleneck with your spear units. And my levy pikemen don't have as dense of a formation as ideally as it would, but if you look at the patch 3 that's coming up, they're going to be fixing some of that stuff, so hopefully they don't turn to just such blobs. So that's good. So I won that battle, and there's just no way they're going to beat me now. So you know what? Because these guys are rebels, I'm gonna teach them a lesson, and I'm gonna kill their captives. Oh yay! Not only do they have a plague, but they're being flooded. Ay ay ay! That poor capital city of mine. Look at that! I actually gained troops. I actually gained fucking troops. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and name this the 11th Legion. I don't care. It's Roman, whatever. So again, this is what I mean by planning for future strategies. I'm probably gonna take this army conquesting a fair amount too, but it's gonna be in random territory, not necessarily probably my home territory. I'm expecting this general to die probably my next turn. He usually does. I think it's a historical thing. So let's see. Let's go ahead and let's just use something where I can just crush a bunch of rebellions and stuff if I need to. Whereas this guy, I'm trying to focus him on. Since he's going to be closer to home, I want him to focus on trying to appease and not start rebellions. Whereas this one, I'm expecting to have to go through some rebellions to get this stuff done.
We fight for you, my lord.
Alright, let's go ahead and just at the end of the chapter. We'll go ahead and figure out what we're doing with the Galatians next round. But hope you guys like this. Hope you guys learned some stuff along the way. Hope you guys enjoyed some of the commentary. If you did, please like, share, favorite, and subscribe. That would all be really great. But again, if you have any questions that you want me to go over in these Let's Plays, I totally love helping to educate some new people by doing this stuff, especially when it's like little miscellaneous stuff that I can't build full guides on. I want to really help you guys enjoy the game. So, but until I hear from you guys, I'll see you later.